Hey, it's Dan Gage back. Rarely I do this. 2 weeks in a row with some YouTube videos. I got an email request from a friend of mine, a gentleman named Steve from New Zealand, who I met at Harmonica Jam Camp, where I helped as an instructor for John Gindick. And Steve asked me, he said, well, I'm going to send you some clips, and I wanted to know what you'd do with them, what you would play over them. So I just downloaded them now. I listened to the first one 12 seconds in, and so I was going to just take everybody through, not just Steve, my process and what I would do. So the first track he gave me, it says to feel in G. I don't know what that means. I know what song it is after listening to 12 seconds, but I'll start it over again to see if you guys can hear this. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I don't know if I can start it over again or not. This program is new. There we go. Okay, right off the bat, it sounds like a little Walter tune. And that's something that I wanted to say really quickly was, you know, okay, jam tracks can be helpful. It gives you something to play over. I totally get that. But I also think that if you want to get into blues harmonica and you really want to you need to study the classics. And I hear this and I go, oh yeah, that's You Know It Ain't Right by Little Walter. I'm pretty sure it was in B, and he played an E-harp over it, because I spent years listening and hundreds of times listening to these CDs over and over and over and over. And that's a point that you just can't deny, guys, is the time that you spend locked in the room and seeing what these guys did. It's not, you know, what it's sort of. So this is what I would do. So it tells me it's in G. I'm just going to check that. I've got a C harmonica, and I'm just going to make sure. And if you don't know what key something's in, play your 2 draw. Okay, so that's the first thing. We know we're in tune when we got our C-harp, excuse me, because it says here on the thing that it's in G. So, but on the record, I'm pretty sure it's in B. So the next thing that I do is, well, usually I just start playing, but in this case, I'm gonna listen to what the changes are doing here. Okay. There's the 5 chord, okay. Is that it? Well, that's not very cool. Let's pause for a sec. Okay, we're back. Apparently this was only a 40-second clip, so we'll just have to keep restarting it. So let's see. So you guys have learned from other videos, I hope, how to count the 12 bar. And that's what I'm sort of doing here real quick. It should change right here. Nope, it stays on the 1 chord. There it goes to the 4 chord. Now back to the 1. To the 5. 4, 1. Okay. That's easy enough, right? So yeah, Steve asked me what I would do. So let's see. Here's what I would do simply. Okay, so all I was doing there was just making the changes. On the 1 chord of the 1-4-5 progression, I was playing my root note, which is the 2 draw, and I was accenting it with a little bit of rhythm and a little bit of attack. So instead of just going, I was bending into it slightly. So the bent 2. Okay, just slightly. You don't bend it all the way. Okay, but that's where you have to know how to do your bends. But just a little, and then a little hand accent. And you can, you know, just a little punctuation. 4 blow gives you the 4 chord and the 1 blow. So I was emphasizing the 4 blow. And then it goes back to the 1. Then it goes to the 5, and then I did 2 things. I did a 4/5 shake to match, because the 4 draw is lets you carve out the 5 chord. Okay, and or in the second time around, I did a 1 draw. Okay, so that's the simple way to do it. Let's see if I can do that again. Okay, so that time I showed something that I talked about in some other videos, which is you can use the 6th blow as your resolve too. So the very basic thing, and we learned this, you guys that went to Harmonica Jam Camp, and those of you that have the money and the time, check that out. It's a intense couple days of harmonica lessons and personal lessons and chances to play with a band. So here's what I would do. I don't want to make this too long, but that's the basics of what we should do over a little track like that. What I'm going to do now is play it through a couple times just off the top of my head. I think that's what, maybe I can see if I can increase the complexity. Maybe this will be the medium one. So let's see. Okay, that was a little more confident. That was me just playing. That's what. Let me do it one more time and see what we get. I'm going to try to, in this one, I'm going to see if I can remember some of Little Walter's licks. I usually don't play this way, but if you go and listen to You Know It Ain't Right, actually I had another song in my head when I was just doing that, and maybe I'll try it a little different. But again, guys, get a track or get the record, and it comes by doing it. It comes from practicing. I did not do anything but get up this morning and play this for 12 seconds before I made this video. So this is the process. This is what guys like us go through. We spend literally, you know, hours and years of hours in front of our whatever, in the car with the stereo, listening to it with the harmonica and learning how to play it. It's hours and hours and hours, guys. So one more time before we cut this one off. that's what I would play over that jam track. I hope this video sounds good, and we'll put it up. Okay, so hello to New Zealand, and hello to everybody in harmonica world. That's what I would do over this 2-beat jam in G. All right.